kicking off summer with lots of new choices at the Team Automotive Group. Save on everything new during the Memorial Day sales event happening now at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good Tuesday morning. We've made it, folks.
I guess.
We're still trying to decide.
I know, right? We're still trying to decide. Is it me or you? Is it your mic? I don't know. Is your mic off?
Yeah.
Is your mic? Look at it.
Come on.
Look at this.
I promise.
I know. See,
I promise.
this morning it was. It's not even registering.
I
Look at
promise
that. Look at that right
it's on.
there. Here you go. Speaking to
Oh, hello everybody. Good morning.
Man, that was loud.
Hello.
So you know what? Let's get over to Jared Silverman and see if we can't. We're gonna figure this out because this is just the way. Like 30 seconds ago, Jared, everything was perfect. We try to do this and then off the cliff we go. Can you help us out?
Live television at its best, guys. You come over to me, I'm a little bit lonely over here. I need somebody to, Johnny, I need to put my arm around you. Come over here. All right, outside right now. Here he comes. See? Look at that. Teamwork. Well, you know, our mics are working though, right? Yes, sir. At least I think it is. My IFB's not working, so I'm just going to have to take your word for it. 68 degrees out your door, and we got some sunshine out there on Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9. You know, yesterday, not that bad. We only made it into the upper 80s, and that's because of the timing of the storms. Now, if we can get that timing to work for us again today, maybe once again we'll luck out and we'll fail to make it out of the 80s. That would be a good thing. Nothing really doing on our live local radar. Not that much anticipated over the next couple of hours. As we get into the afternoon, a couple of those thunderstorms might make their way in, and we'll have about a 50% chance later on in the day. Timing it out on the Futurecast, the graph will show that things start to get going right around midday, so we'll zero out the chance of rain for the morning, then we'll bring it in the afternoon. This is between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I agree with the timing. I agree with the overall picture. I somewhat disagree with the temperature, though, only showing a high temperature around the mid-80s. I actually think we will be warmer than that, but again, if the storms start early, maybe not. We've got a lot of moisture, though. That's going to fuel those storms with the peak daytime heating, but something very interesting happens as we keep the clock moving. We go through the days and we go through about 1 week from now. Watch all the greens get replaced and we start to bring in more dry and stable air. That actually looks like a cool front that might slide on by later in the 10-day forecast. Now, that's not going to give us a shot of cool air. Instead, what it's going to do is give us a reinforcing shot of dry air. Whether or not that's going to be a good thing, I don't know, because that's going to pump up our highs into the mid, maybe even upper 90s at the tail end of the 10-day forecast. Whatever rain we get over the next 48 hours looks like it's going to be mainly light, mainly manageable. Only the graph is kind of the outlier here. Every other model looks like it is relatively quiet. That's good news. More good news out to sea. 2 days, 7 days, 10% and 10% on that wave out there that probably isn't going to do much of anything. So no news is good news there. Something that's not so great, though, the surface smoke this morning really affecting the entire eastern half of the United States. That's actually because of a couple of Canadian wildfires in eastern Canada, and it's getting dragged down to the south. And yeah, it affects us down here too. But because we got that chance of rain, no air quality issues for today. High near 90, 50% chance in the afternoon, not expecting anything severe. Then for tonight, we'll have that chance of rain lingering into the early part of the evening, and then we'll zero that out before midnight with the overnight low in the upper 60s. Then in the all-important 10-day forecast, as I mentioned earlier, it looks like at the back end of the 10-day, we wrap some dry air in here. That's what we're doing in the 10-day. We're trending drier, right? These numbers start to go down slowly but surely until the percentages go away altogether. But like I said, that might not be a good thing. I've got highs at 95 degrees, but that's being optimistic. Some of the models actually want to take us into the upper 90s at the tail end of that 10-day forecast, and that's more like the dog days of summer that we're trying to avoid at this point. Time now is 7:06. Hopefully Johnny's got some good news for you on the roads.
Not for my neighbors. I'll be running through your yard sprinklers again. I-12 starting to slow down a little coming out of Denham Springs. When you get to the Jefferson-Drusilla overpass right here, right over Jefferson Highway, it slows down, especially that right lane as you make your way toward Essen Lane and on toward the 1012 merge. And there's that traffic on the exit that takes you over the interstates. See it slowing down just a little bit on the top of that overpass, getting you to the I-10 eastbound side. Juba to the 1012, 20 minutes. See the breakdown, only 6 to the Amite River, another 6 and you're at Millerville, another 6 to 8, and you're at the 1012 merge this morning. If you're heading out toward the Lafayette area or toward New Orleans, those drive times are looking pretty good, actually. And don't forget, in Denham Springs, they may be working still on some power poles. You see the range traffic right there approaching the high school and the middle school. So it's going to be right there at Yellow Jacket Boulevard at Range Avenue. At power pole work is being done, could cause a little bit of a backup. And both ferry boats are in service this morning, that second one until 9 o'clock. All right, we try to recap the morning show, give you a kind of a capsule of everything that you need to know from the overnight hours as you head out the door in capsule form. And we do that with Studio B. Liz Coe and Matt Williams are in there. Guys?
And Johnny, that capsule kicking off with all of the big stories of the day, including this one from the nation's capital here. The race for the White House getting increasingly more crowded.
And it's obviously on the Republican side as they go up against the sitting president, Joe Biden. So the Republicans going to have maybe a few more names into that list of possibilities. These three big names set to announce officially this week. Mike Pence, Chris Christie, Doug Burgum, all set to now join this increasing. This is going to make what, double-digit official GOP contenders for the White House? It's a long list of contenders.
Former President Donald Trump still the front runner according to recent polls here, but we'll see when it comes down to it how many people will outlast this race.
We'll see.
It's a lot of people throwing their names in.
It is.
Keep our eyes on that.
From that back into South Louisiana, this is something that a lot of folks have been looking to get some information about. They want to be a part of this, the funeral arrangements, the processional, all that stuff for Corporal Sean Kelly.
This, of course, the Denham Springs police corporal who was shot in the line of duty back on May 11th. Every day since he's been fighting for his life there at the Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center. Last Friday is the day that he actually passed. And so on Thursday, this coming Thursday, Healing Place Church is going to host a visitation. That's going to begin at 9:30 in the morning. The funeral service will actually begin at 11:30. The processional to the Denham Springs Memorial Site will be taking place right after that, but the public is invited to attend.
Of course, encouraging you to be out there along the route as well. WAFB will be able to bring a part of this to you as well as we kind of pay our final respects to a peace officer died in the line of duty, Corporal Sean Kelly, Denham Springs Police Office. We'll get you the very latest as we kind of get closer to that. Into Ascension Parish now, the sheriff's office there, hoping to maybe work a good deal for you on maybe a new ride for you.
Maybe you're in a quick pinch and you need a ride and you can't find something that's affordable
Right.
or something new. Well, if you're willing to have something with a bit of mileage on it, Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office auctioning off some repossessed and old fleet vehicles, some Dodge Chargers, we've got some Hyundais, we've got a number of different trucks. So if you're thinking, okay, I'm willing to put down a couple hundred, couple thousand on a decent vehicle, well, head on over to their Facebook page and you can find the link to this. They've actually got their auction site going up today. The thing is you've got to put in those bids today. Those are going to be finalized. The money is due by the end of the week.
Did I hear Jacob, our producer back there, this thing goes until 9 o'clock this morning? 9 o'clock this morning, so jump on right now. Not yet, keep watching us. You'll have time. 9 o'clock this morning, get it done by then. Baker School District, talking about, look, we talked a lot about school districts in the area, getting teachers the raises they need. Baker School Districts talking about that as well.
They're aiming to become the highest teacher pay school district in the surrounding area. So of course they need that. They need the community help to make that happen. And they're actually having a meeting to
kind of lay out the whole thing.
Yes, that meeting is going to happen.
June 6th. It is today.
That is
and
today.
So as a school board. And so they're talking about that today. If you want to be a part of this, it's at the school board headquarters.
Yes.
You can kind of get up to the minute on what they're proposing. But yeah, it's high time that our teachers get paid. It's been long overdue. That's going on today. Speaking of education, something for adults in our area to maybe get that post K through 12 education. Community college, tech school, that kind of thing, for free?
Yeah, this of course made possible by the MJ Foster Promise program. So this would give adults, any qualifying adult, 2-year certification or an 8-week certification training certificate. If you are able to qualify for it, you don't need an eligible ACT or an SAT score. You just need to apply for
GPA.
it. The funding is free. They just need you to enroll in it to get a high-paying job in the state.
So there you go. Check this out right here from BRCC to River Parishes Community College, as mentioned. Some of the ones down here that are a part of this. So see if that might fit for you, move you along that path of yours, wherever you might be. Speaking of education and all this stuff, school's out for the summer, right? During the school, a lot of kids, they're guaranteed that breakfast, that lunch, they know it's coming. Not the case in the summer months, but there are so many groups trying to fill that gap.
Add the EBR Parish Library into the mix of people trying to feed children. So we've got West Baton Rouge Parish Schools. We've got the local library here in East Baton Rouge Parish. We've got the Diocese of Baton Rouge, Idea Public Schools. So just alone, we've got 4 or 5 different agencies trying to feed kids around our viewing area. So if you're interested in finding out where your kid can get a free meal, our digital team put together this helpful story. Find this information and find the location that's closest to you, and then get your kids fed this summer.
There you go, get them fed, and then take them out here. Let's go out to West Baton Rouge, Port Allen.
Yes.
This traveling dinosaur museum. It was back. It was what, here a couple of years ago, and now it's back again. It was crazy successful then. They're expecting more of the same.
Today, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., head on out to the Port Allen area to find Dinosaur George and the dinosaur exhibit that's coming alive one day only, and it is free for the whole family to enjoy.
Right.
Callie was out there this morning showing you the different models and things they've set up, and it's really special because kids and adults can come explore all of the different parts of this time in history.
Yeah, and one of the things they were showing off earlier this morning, apparently you can, if you would like, get some fossilized poo.
Nothing says I love you, Dad. Father's Day is coming up. Think carefully about the gifts you want. They will have them there for you to gift to Dad.
Nuggets of fossilized poo.
Yes.
Depending on how long it's been since I've picked up my yard, I have that already.
Fossilized poop.
Gross. Let's get you to talk about this. LSU baseball winning yesterday, the regionals. Back at the box this coming weekend for super regionals. Hopefully the rain and the lightning stayed away long enough yesterday for us to get the game in. Hopefully this weekend's the same thing.
Good luck. We're going to find out whether they play Friday or Saturday.
Right.
Johnny, are you going to make your way to the box for the super regional?
I'm going to elbow my way in. You better believe it. Actually, I didn't realize this. You can buy standing room only tickets for about $7 or $10. And get into the regionals. Boy, it got me scared yesterday because it went 4-2, and then every time they would, and it ended well.
It ended well. That's a better Father's Day gift, I think, than the
fossilized
tickets.
food.
But I like what the guy said, though. Tell Dad that he's #1 with some #2.
That's a good dad joke. Forever going down in the books.
Oh
Served
my
up.
gosh.
Served up on a so there you go. We can see the future cast right there. Maybe another shot at some storms today, Jared.
Yeah, maybe at about a 50% chance, but whatever we get's going to be manageable. Not expecting anything severe, and the rain chances start to go down later in the week, but then temperatures go up.
There you go.
Yard
Keep
sprinklers.
that WAFB weather app on handy. Or in the meantime, run through the sprinklers if you're trying to stay cool. We'll see you in 10 minutes.